Dr. Emily Carter here, and I'm going to let you in on something that the supplement industry absolutely does not want you to know. There's a food that costs pennies per serving that you can find in any grocery store that has been shown in research to combat muscle loss, reduce inflammation, improve metabolism, and support healthy aging in ways that expensive supplements simply cannot match. I'm talking about beans, but not just any beans. There are specific types of beans that have unique compounds and nutrient profiles that make them particularly powerful for fighting sarcopenia and the effects of aging. And I'm going to tell you exactly which ones, why they work, and how to use them. Now, I know beans don't sound exciting. They don't come in a fancy bottle with promises of miracle results. But the science on beans for healthy aging is absolutely compelling. And when you understand what's actually happening in your body when you eat these specific beans regularly, you'll see why they might be the most underrated anti-aging food available. Let's start with what sarcopenia actually is. It's the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength that happens to almost everyone after age 60. You lose muscle slowly but steadily. Your strength declines, your metabolism slows down, you become more prone to falls and fractures, your quality of life diminishes. The conventional approach is protein supplements, resistance training, and expensive interventions. And yes, those things help. But what if I told you that certain beans contain compounds that directly combat the cellular mechanisms driving sarcopenia, that they provide not just protein, but a whole package of nutrients and bioactive compounds that target aging at the molecular level? The bean that stands out above all others for anti-aging and sarcopenia prevention is the black bean. Black beans have been studied extensively, and what researchers have found is remarkable. The dark pigment in black beans comes from anthocyanins, the same antioxidant compounds found in blueberries and red wine. But black beans have something berries don't. They combine these powerful antioxidants with complete nutrition, including protein, fiber, resistant starch, and a unique blend of minerals and vitamins that work synergistically to support muscle health and combat aging. 1 cup of cooked black beans provides 15 grams of protein. That's significant, but it's not just about the amount. The protein in black beans is accompanied by compounds that enhance its utilization by your body. Research shows that the antioxidants in black beans reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue, which is one of the key drivers of age-related muscle loss. Oxidative stress is essentially cellular rust. Free radicals damage your cells, including muscle cells. This damage accumulates over time and contributes to sarcopenia. The anthocyanins in black beans are potent antioxidants that neutralize these free radicals, protecting your muscle cells from damage. But that's just the beginning. Black beans contain compounds called saponins. These have been shown in research to have anti-inflammatory effects and might actually enhance protein synthesis in muscles. Chronic inflammation is another major driver of aging and muscle loss. By reducing inflammation, black beans create a better environment for muscle maintenance and growth. The fiber in black beans is particularly important for aging well. 1 cup provides 15 grams of fiber. This feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which we now know play a crucial role in overall health, inflammation levels, and even muscle mass. A healthy gut microbiome is associated with better muscle maintenance in older adults. Black beans have a low glycemic index despite containing carbohydrates. They don't spike your blood sugar. Instead, they provide steady, sustained energy. This stable blood sugar is crucial for maintaining muscle mass because blood sugar spikes and crashes trigger hormonal responses that can promote muscle breakdown. The resistant starch in black beans is especially fascinating. This is a type of starch that resists digestion in your small intestine and reaches your colon intact. There it feeds beneficial bacteria and produces short-chain fatty acids that have anti-inflammatory effects throughout your body, including in your muscles. Now, black beans are the star, but other beans have their own unique benefits for fighting aging and sarcopenia. Let me walk you through the ones that matter most. Kidney beans, particularly dark red kidney beans, are similar to black beans in their antioxidant content. They're actually one of the highest antioxidant foods you can eat, period. The dark red pigment indicates high anthocyanin content. 1 cup of cooked kidney beans provides about 15 grams of protein, plus massive amounts of antioxidants that protect your cells from aging. Kidney beans are also extremely high in folate, a B vitamin that's crucial for DNA repair and cellular function. As you age, efficient DNA repair becomes more important for maintaining healthy tissues, including muscle tissue. Pinto beans are another powerhouse. They might not look as impressive as black beans, but they're packed with nutrients. 1 cup provides 15 grams of protein plus significant amounts of magnesium, which is crucial for muscle function and is commonly deficient in older adults. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including those related to protein synthesis and muscle contraction. Many older adults don't get enough magnesium, and this deficiency contributes to muscle weakness and cramping. Pinto beans help fill this gap. Navy beans are small but mighty. They're exceptionally high in fiber and protein. The combination supports gut health and provides sustained energy. Navy beans also contain significant amounts of manganese, which is important for bone health and antioxidant defense systems in your body. Chickpeas, also called garbanzo beans, deserve special mention. They provide protein, fiber, and an impressive array of vitamins and minerals. But what makes chickpeas particularly interesting for aging is their saponin content. These compounds have been studied for their potential to reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health, both crucial for healthy aging. Chickpeas also contain compounds that support blood sugar regulation. Maintaining stable blood sugar becomes more challenging as you age, and chickpeas help your body maintain better glucose control. This indirectly supports muscle health because chronically elevated blood sugar promotes muscle protein breakdown. Lentils technically aren't beans, they're legumes, but they deserve discussion here because they're exceptional for fighting sarcopenia. Lentils cook faster than most beans, making them more convenient. They provide about 18 grams of protein per cooked cup, plus substantial iron and folate. Iron deficiency is common in older adults and leads directly to fatigue and reduced muscle function. The iron in lentils, combined with their vitamin C content, which enhances iron absorption, makes them excellent for maintaining energy and muscle function. Now let's talk about the specific mechanisms by which beans combat aging at the cellular level. This is where it gets really interesting. First, beans help maintain muscle protein synthesis. As you age, your muscles become resistant to the signals that tell them to build new protein. This is called anabolic resistance. You need more protein and more of the amino acid leucine to trigger the same muscle-building response you'd get when younger. Beans provide decent amounts of leucine, though not as much as animal proteins. But here's what's unique. The other compounds in beans, particularly the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, reduce the oxidative stress and inflammation that contribute to anabolic resistance. By creating a better cellular environment, beans help your muscles respond better to the protein you do consume. Second, beans support mitochondrial function. Your mitochondria are the power plants of your cells. They produce the energy your muscles need to function. As you age, mitochondrial function declines. This contributes to muscle weakness and fatigue. The antioxidants in beans, particularly in dark beans like black beans and kidney beans, protect mitochondria from oxidative damage. Some research suggests that the polyphenols in beans might actually stimulate the creation of new mitochondria, a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. More healthy mitochondria means more energy for your muscles. Third, beans improve insulin sensitivity. As you age, your cells often become less responsive to insulin. This insulin resistance contributes to muscle loss because insulin is actually an anabolic hormone that supports muscle protein synthesis. Poor insulin sensitivity means your muscles don't respond as well to the signals to build and maintain protein. The fiber and resistant starch in beans improve insulin sensitivity. Multiple studies show that regular bean consumption leads to better blood sugar control and improved insulin function. This creates a more anabolic environment for your muscles. Fourth, beans reduce systemic inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging, is a hallmark of aging. It contributes to nearly every age-related disease, including sarcopenia. Inflammatory cytokines directly promote muscle protein breakdown. The anti-inflammatory compounds in beans, including their polyphenols, saponins, and the short-chain fatty acids produced when gut bacteria ferment bean fiber, all work to reduce this chronic inflammation. Lower inflammation means less muscle breakdown and better muscle maintenance. Fifth, beans support hormone balance. As you age, hormone production changes. Testosterone decreases in men and women. Growth hormone production declines. These hormonal changes contribute significantly to muscle loss. While beans don't directly boost hormones like testosterone, the nutrients they provide support the body's ability to produce and use hormones efficiently. The zinc in beans, for example, is important for testosterone production. The magnesium supports hormone receptor function. The overall nutrient package supports optimal hormonal health. Now let's talk about how much and how often you should eat beans to get these anti-aging benefits. Research on beans and health outcomes typically shows benefits with about 3 to 4 servings per week. A serving is usually half a cup of cooked beans, but for maximum effect on sarcopenia and aging, eating beans more frequently is probably better. The populations that live the longest and healthiest lives, the blue zones, eat beans almost daily. Some research suggests that eating a serving of beans every day provides optimal benefits. 1 serving per day is achievable. That's just half a cup of cooked beans. Add black beans to your breakfast eggs. Have a bean soup for lunch. Toss chickpeas into your dinner salad. It's easier than you think. For muscle building specifically, you want adequate total protein throughout the day. Beans shouldn't be your only protein source, but they can be a significant contributor. If you're having a serving of beans at 1 or 2 meals per day, plus other protein sources like eggs, fish, or chicken at other meals, you're easily hitting the protein targets needed to maintain muscle mass. The key is consistency. Eating beans occasionally won't do much. Eating them regularly, multiple times per week, or ideally daily, is where the anti-aging magic happens. The compounds in beans need to be in your system consistently to reduce inflammation, support gut health, and provide all the other benefits. Let me give you practical strategies for incorporating these anti-aging beans into your daily routine, starting with black beans because they're the star performer. Canned black beans are convenient. Rinse them well to remove excess sodium. Then add them to literally anything. Scrambled eggs with black beans, salads with black beans, grain bowls with black beans, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, black bean soup. Black beans are versatile. For maximum nutrient benefit, don't just use beans as a side dish. Make them the centerpiece. A big bowl of black bean soup loaded with vegetables is a complete anti-aging meal. High protein, high fiber, packed with antioxidants. Dried black beans are cheaper than canned and actually have higher antioxidant content. Yes, they take time to cook, but you can make a big batch and freeze portions. Cooked black beans freeze beautifully. Thaw them as needed throughout the week. For kidney beans, my favorite preparation is chili. A big pot of kidney bean chili with tomatoes, peppers, onions, and spices is a powerhouse anti-aging meal. The tomatoes add lycopene, another potent antioxidant. The peppers add vitamin C. The combination is greater than the sum of its parts. Kidney beans also work great in Mediterranean-style salads. Mix them with olive oil, lemon juice, herbs, and fresh vegetables. The olive oil provides healthy fats that help absorb fats, soluble nutrients from the beans. Pinto beans are perfect for refried beans. Traditional refried beans are made with lard, but you can make healthier versions with olive oil. Mash cooked pinto beans with sautéed onions and garlic. Add spices and you've got a protein-rich side dish or filling. Pinto beans also work well in casseroles and baked dishes. Layer them with vegetables and a little cheese for a satisfying muscle-building meal. Navy beans make the best bean soups. Their small size and mild flavor mean they blend into soups beautifully. A white bean soup with vegetables, herbs, and a drizzle of good olive oil is comfort food that also happens to be fighting sarcopenia. Navy beans also work in baked bean preparations. Make your own baked beans with navy beans, tomato sauce, a little molasses, and spices. Much healthier than store-bought versions loaded with sugar. Chickpeas are incredibly versatile. Roast them for a crunchy snack. Make hummus for a protein-rich spread. Add them to salads, grain bowls, or curries. Chickpeas work in basically any cuisine style. One of my favorite chickpea preparations is a simple pan-roasted chickpea bowl. Drain and dry canned chickpeas. Toss with olive oil and spices. Roast in a hot skillet until crispy. Serve over greens with roasted vegetables and a tahini dressing. High protein, high fiber, delicious. Lentils are the fastest cooking option. Red lentils cook in 15 minutes. Brown or green lentils take about 30 minutes. No soaking required. Cook up a pot of lentils with aromatics and spices, and you've got protein for several meals. Lentil dal, the Indian spice lentil dish, is nutritious and flavorful. Lentil soup with vegetables is hearty and satisfying. Lentil tacos are surprisingly good if you season them well. You can also add cooked lentils to ground meat dishes to stretch the meat further while boosting nutrition. Half ground beef, half lentils, and tacos or spaghetti sauce provides plenty of protein with added fiber and nutrients. Now let's address the digestive concerns because this stops many older adults from eating beans. Yes, beans can cause gas. This is because they contain oligosaccharides, complex sugars that your digestive system can't fully break down. When they reach your colon, bacteria ferment them, producing gas. But this doesn't have to be a problem. First, increase bean intake gradually. If you go from never eating beans to eating them daily, you'll have issues. Start with small portions a few times a week. Your gut bacteria will adapt over time, and the gas problem usually resolves within a couple of weeks. Second, rinse canned beans thoroughly. This removes some of the oligosaccharides. Third, when cooking dried beans, soak them for at least 8 hours. Then drain and cook in fresh water. This also reduces the gas-causing compounds. Adding certain herbs and spices to beans helps too. Cumin, ginger, and fennel all aid digestion and reduce gas. These are traditionally used in bean dishes in various cultures for exactly this reason. Some people find that certain beans are easier to digest than others. Lentils and split peas are generally the easiest. Black beans and pinto beans are moderate. Larger beans like kidney or lima beans are sometimes harder to digest. Experiment to find what works for you. And honestly, some gas is normal and not harmful. It's actually a sign that your gut bacteria are being well fed. As long as it's not causing pain or significant discomfort, a little gas is a small price to pay for the anti-aging and muscle-preserving benefits of beans. Let's talk about combining beans with other foods for maximum benefit. Beans and whole grains together provide complete protein with all essential amino acids in optimal ratios. Rice and beans is the classic combination, but you can do beans with quinoa, barley, whole wheat bread, or any whole grain. Beans and vegetables together provide a wide spectrum of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. The more colorful vegetables you add to your beans, the more diverse your antioxidant intake. Dark leafy greens, red peppers, orange squash, purple cabbage. Mix beans with a rainbow of vegetables. Beans and healthy fats work synergistically. The fats help you absorb fat-soluble nutrients from beans. Drizzle olive oil over your bean dishes. Add avocado to bean tacos. Use tahini and bean dips. The combination tastes better and provides better nutrition. Beans and fermented foods together support gut health even more. Add a dollop of yogurt to bean soup. Serve sauerkraut alongside bean dishes. Have kimchi with bean-based meals. The probiotics from fermented foods plus the prebiotics from bean fiber create an optimal environment for gut health. Now let's discuss the research on beans and longevity because this is compelling. Multiple studies have found associations between bean consumption and reduced risk of chronic diseases. People who eat beans regularly have lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, and obesity. The Adventist health studies, which followed tens of thousands of people for decades, found that those who ate beans at least 3 times per week had significantly lower mortality rates than those who rarely ate beans. The protective effect was substantial, even after controlling for other healthy behaviors. Studies in the blue zones, where people live the longest, healthiest lives, consistently show that beans are a dietary staple. Okinawans eat soybeans in various forms. Sardinians eat fava beans and chickpeas. Costa Ricans eat black beans daily. The common thread across all blue zones is regular bean consumption. Research specifically on muscle mass in older adults shows that higher plant protein intake, including from beans, is associated with better muscle maintenance. While animal protein gets more attention for muscle building, plant protein from sources like beans works too, especially when consumed regularly. The anti-inflammatory effects of beans might be particularly important for longevity. Chronic inflammation is linked to nearly every age-related disease. By reducing inflammation through regular bean consumption, you're potentially preventing or delaying multiple conditions simultaneously. Let me address the concern about phytic acid in beans. Beans contain phytic acid, which can bind to minerals and reduce their absorption. Some people worry this makes beans unhealthy or blocks mineral absorption. The reality is more nuanced. Yes, phytic acid does reduce mineral absorption somewhat, but beans are so rich in minerals that you still absorb plenty even with phytic acid present. The benefit of the minerals you do absorb far outweighs any reduction in absorption. Plus, cooking reduces phytic acid content significantly. Soaking before cooking reduces it further, and phytic acid itself might have health benefits, including antioxidant and anti-cancer properties. It's not the villain it's sometimes portrayed as for people eating a varied diet with multiple sources of minerals. Phytic acid in beans is not a concern. It only becomes potentially problematic if beans are literally your only food, which obviously isn't the case. Now, let's talk about combining beans with resistance training for maximum sarcopenia prevention. Beans provide the nutrition, but physical activity provides the stimulus. Together, they're powerful. Resistance training signals your muscles that they need to stay strong. The protein and nutrients from beans provide the building blocks to respond to that signal. Research shows that combining plant-based protein from sources like beans with resistance training is effective for maintaining and building muscle in older adults. You don't need to lift heavy weights. Body weight exercises, resistance bands, or light dumbbells all work. The key is consistency, 2 to 3 times per week. Challenging your muscles with resistance combined with daily bean consumption creates an anti-sarcopenia lifestyle. The antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds in beans might also enhance recovery from exercise. Some research suggests that the polyphenols in dark beans reduce exercise-induced oxidative stress and muscle damage, potentially speeding recovery. Let me give you a sample day of eating for anti-aging and sarcopenia prevention centered around beans. For breakfast, make a scramble with eggs, black beans, peppers, onions, and salsa. The combination of animal and plant protein gives you a complete amino acid profile. The vegetables add nutrients. The black beans provide their antioxidants and fiber. Medium morning snack could be hummus with vegetable sticks. The chickpeas provide protein and fiber. The vegetables add vitamins and crunch. For lunch, have lentil soup loaded with vegetables. Make it hearty with carrots, celery, tomatoes, spinach, and herbs. Serve with whole grain bread. You're getting plant protein from lentils, fiber, antioxidants, and sustained energy. Afternoon snack could be roasted chickpeas. Crispy, satisfying, and much healthier than chips while providing protein. For dinner, Make a burrito bowl with pinto beans, brown rice, grilled vegetables, avocado, and salsa. The beans and rice together provide complete protein. The vegetables add nutrients and fiber. The avocado provides healthy fats. Look at that day. 3 different types of beans, multiple servings of vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, plenty of protein spread throughout the day. This is anti-aging eating that's also delicious and satisfying. The cost of this eating pattern is minimal. Beans are one of the most economical protein sources available. A bag of dried beans costs a couple of dollars and provides many servings. Even canned beans are cheap compared to meat. For seniors on fixed incomes, beans make high-quality nutrition accessible. The conclusion is straightforward. Beans, particularly black beans, kidney beans, and other dark varieties, contain unique compounds that combat aging at the cellular level by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, supporting gut health, and providing nutrients crucial for muscle maintenance. Combined with adequate protein from all sources and regular resistance training, daily bean consumption is one of the most powerful and affordable strategies for preventing sarcopenia and promoting healthy aging. Start with half a cup per day and build from